Alright, it's time for the, I guess, yearly walkthrough of this year's popular early access game. So we've already gone through, I guess, the Oblivion remaster. I've gone through Stalker. I was gonna go through City Skylines 2 back in the day, but I never really published any videos on that, but anyway, Subnautica 2 is out of early access. It's out in early access. And to be honest, I don't really care. I believe I brought this up probably a billion times in my Subnautica Let's Plays. Both the original game and Sub-Zero. That I wouldn't be playing Subnautica 2 until it had left early access, because I'm not interested in playing early access games. There are people who are interested in, you know, following a game's development. It's like watching a child grow up or something. I don't know. But I'm not interested, because it's not actually that expensive. It's like 30 bucks, but I'm not interested in paying for a product that's not finished. Like, I could do it and you know, just have the game, but I'm just not interested, because it clearly says, where does it say it? It said, very clearly, yeah, designed for early access. It's an early access title in active development. Throughout this journey, we will continuously expand the world with additional biomes, creatures, and craftables while expanding the narrative. You may encounter bugs in development features and performance issues. Your feedback is the cornerstone of our development process. Join us and help shape the next chapter of the Subnautica universe. So basically, the players are doing the fucking developers' jobs again, and I'm not interested in joining this whole thing. I think every single time it happens, it's stupid. I don't think it should be done like this. I think the developers should be making a game. They should follow their vision. Okay, their vision. You make a game, you have a vision, you make the game, and then the game is released. Okay, I don't want you to take player feedback, because as far as I'm concerned, players are fucking stupid and cannot be trusted to do anything right. So just develop the game, finish the fucking game, and release the full game. I've gone through this before too. I think it was old school RuneScape. The goddamn polls, like, holy shit. Like, it's because you're delegating the whole, like, feedback process to the players. It's like it becomes this jumbled mess almost every time. I think another game that does this is No Man's Sky. Like, they have all this, like, these slop features that just add nothing, and it's just like this. You have this base game and you cobble on a bunch of bullshit. And it takes fucking forever. It takes forever, and I don't care. I don't care to play this game in this state. So just finish the goddamn game. Like, every time I just miss me with a shit. But okay, so I assume then this game is going to be out in 2030 or something. I don't know. It's going to take a few years before this fucking thing is out. It's going to take even longer because of the goddamn legal battles with Crafton and all that, but okay. To be honest, I don't even really care about that, because corpo drama can suck my balls. I don't care. But I found this hilarious review, or it's not even the review that's hilarious. So there's this guy called illPosedProblem. He posted a review, and It's a negative review because this person is having a problem with the in-game license, supposedly. So there's a license, I think there's a license when you install the game, and then there's a separate license when you open the game, as far as I understand, from reading through the comments and all this. Apparently it comes after the loading screen in the game. So it's not even via Steam. It's like a separate license in the game, as far as I can understand. Like, as far as I understand in what's been written in the comments and such things. So I've already gone through these comments, and there are constantly new comments being added to this frickin' review. And hey, I'm not doxing anyone through opening the review comments because no one's played or added this game. Isn't that great? That's great. I love that. That's less work for me. It should never happen, but it's I'll take it. Alright, anyway, I guess I can read through this review. So, illPosedProblem writes, I was enthusiastic to play Subnautica 2 after having a blast with the previous 2 games in the series. However, upon launch, I was hit with an obligatory license wall. Only 2 buttons, scroll to bottom and agree. You cannot play the game without agreeing to the license. If you're a citizen of the European Union, this is in breach of the GDPR. Is the license itself restrictive? From my reading, I spotted 4 major points of concern. Point 1. All the content you make for the game, such as but not limited to mods, is not your property but belongs to the company. Point 2. You renounce your right for class action suits. Additionally, you agree to obligatory arbitration as an imposed first step, with a specific arbitrator imposed in the license. Point 3. There are 2 sections regulating data collection and privacy. While the first one isn't quite concerning, they specify they won't sell your data for a few targeted purposes, but it has enough exploitable loopholes. The second section specifies full data collection, sharing, selling, etc. And the 4th point is, and the oft-heard refrain, you do not own the game, you only license it. Unfortunately, because I do not wish to give up basic legal action rights, and since I cannot play the game without agreeing to the license, I choose to not play the game and refund it instead. Excitement and fun about playing a potentially great game are one thing, my basic privacy and legal recourse are another thing altogether. Oh, this throat. So of course this stirred a bunch of shit in the comment sections. So yeah, even now, like, every few minutes there's a new freaking comment. Basically a new comment every freaking minute coming in at this point, because this guy wrote a negative review about a license, you know, which is a valid concern. A lot of people are in the comments, which I will be going through, are like, you can't leave a review because you haven't played the game. How can you leave a negative review if you haven't even played the game? Because the license was enough to say no. That's a valid review. That's a valid review. Like, you see the license, it's already a nope. That's a valid review. That can be enough. You don't need to play a game for 2 hours, 10 hours, 100 hours before you leave a review if you base it off something that makes sense. And something that's, you know, substantial is probably what the term I should be using is. This license is one such substantial thing. This is because it's not a review about the gameplay or the story, which you would need to play the game for a good while to, you know, get a proper grasp and a proper overview of, you know, all the mechanics and the story and such. But this is a This is a single issue reviewer. Is a single issue that's an immediate no, which is different. This is so great. This is so good. These comments, I can't. You can tell that the problem isn't that it's concerning the license. I think people are just pissy that the guy left a negative review overall. And they don't understand it, and then they're like, why are you leaving a negative review on my favorite game series? I think that's what's happening. And it's like an easy thing to shit on because they can just say, fuck you, nerd, like, what fucking, like, bitch ass, blah, blah, blah. What a chud. So some people are receptive to this and actually, you know, found it useful, and they said that they won't be buying it, like Dante here. But then you have some people that say, shut up, ew. What does that even mean, bro? Shut up, ew. That's why I choose to sail my ship, referring to piracy, pirating the game. To hell those new games and online stuff stealing all my info. You guys should sail the boat too. Offline equals peace of mind, says Cinnamon. And here we have another one. Womp womp womp, ah guy. Motherfuckers using Google Pay every day and worrying about toss in a game, Eurocucks. Who the fuck uses Google Pay? What? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what Google Pay is. I have no fucking idea what Google Pay is. Who the fuck are you You're like creating this straw man of Europeans using Google Pay. I don't know what Google Pay even is. What the fuck is Google Pay? Why would you want to use Google Pay? What? What does this say? Holy fucking Linux user touch grazed? Okay. Proud American here. Okay. Oof, off to a great start, along with a terrible optimization. Oh, does the game run like shit too? I actually haven't read through any of the other reviews, and I'm just milking these negative reviews because I haven't recorded a video in 2 weeks, and I would like to record a video so I can just, like, post something and edit something. Just play the game, bruh, says boy. Okay. And off the wish list. Thanks for that detail. This is a deal breaker for me. Okay. So yeah, some people are receptive to this, like I said. Some people are commenting on the pissy people in the comments. Here's another one. Yummies ... truck. What? Says, just play the game and don't cry. What's wrong with you? Oh. Just play the game and don't cry? Well, why don't you just go and play the game yourself? This is the problem with a lot of these comments. A lot of them will be saying, just play the game. Okay, but why are you in the comments whining in the comments section under a frickin' review about some guy leaving a negative review on your game, which you can play now, but you decide not to, and instead you're bitching in the comments? Like, can you tell me why? Like, because you're not following your own fucking advice. What the fuck? I'm not going to take anyone on Steam seriously regarding data collection when I have no idea how many Google, Meta, Amazon, or Zuckerberg-like products they use. Well then, why the fuck are you even bringing this up? If you don't know how many products they use, you might as well assume that they don't! Why? Just... Holy fucking shit! Can you just, like, why? Why even bring them up then? That's besides the fucking point. It's just, this comment section is full of the shit. The so-called free thinker is when someone decides to express their opinion, And there you go. Bro was only complaining about shit. What is this? Shitty? What? I need to turn off this, like, censoring of profanities. Like, I don't know. These reviews are supposed to judge the game. What a worthless comment. It is judging the game. It's judging the game. It's a single issue review. It's a problem with the license of the game. That's a game issue. Hello? Okay. We've been over this. You own close to 2,000 games. If your privacy is that important to you, you wouldn't have any. Different games can have different licenses. Hello? They're different games. Different games. Hello? Knock knock. Hello? Fox? What are you doing? And this comment's still awaiting review. I don't know, that's probably some, like, horrible slurs or something. What a loser. And by the way, I don't actually know if this review is legitimate and if these points are valid. And that's not really my point. My point is the comment section here. That really is the point. I don't actually know if this is a valid criticism or how it plays out legally, because that's outside my realm of expertise. I have no fucking idea about any of this, really. I just see this comment section and I'm just like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Why even comment? You're just cluttering. Like, proper discussion. If they're wrong or whatever, like, you can't fucking tell because it's drowning in a sea of shit. Another 51 pages. Surely it being in violation of the GDPR means you can just click agree and it isn't legally binding, as it's automatically invalid. Maybe. I don't know. You can disagree by closing the game and refund if you do not agree. Snowflake. It's just... so many of these comments are insulting this guy for being a snowflake or being entitled or whatever. But it's like... these laws exist for a reason. What the fuck is this? Why are you like... What is the problem with discussing shit like game licenses and the whole ownership thing, ownership versus licensing thing, and that shit, when, you know, you're just gonna have a bunch of people come in and call you snowflakes? It's like, do you understand how progress is made? You know, especially legally. You discuss things. Hello? You bring shit up, you discuss it, I mean, you freaking... like, you just bring it up for discussion, like here. That's what you do. But can't do that because snowflake, entitlement, etc. Okay. Alright. Just click fucking accept and play. You are going to play 30-ish, then it will be over. Who cares if you own it forever, ... There you have it. There you have it. Just click accept. Just let it happen. Just do it. Just submit. Just submit. There are people calling this guy a cuck. I don't even know why, because it's exactly the opposite of being a cuck. Like in the transferred sense of, or like the, I guess, metaphorical sense of like selling or letting yourself get fucked over, you know, by corporations or the legal system, you know, or whatever. Like, this is the exact opposite. But then you have people like this also just saying, the same people who used to call him a cuck are basically saying like this, like, they're just saying, just fucking play the game, just accept it, just submit. And you're gonna call this guy a cuck? What is that? What is that? That's stupid. Stupid is what it is. Say, don't let some random flipper hit you on the way out. Okay. Alright, well, at least there's a bit of a little bit of comedy in that one. So the end user license... Sorry. So it's the EULA of games since... Checks notes. The NES era games. Maybe earlier with minor alterations. What? Bro, nobody was dealing with fucking end user license agreements. Beyond, like, you would have a little slip of paper that came with the game. But it's like you had the game, you had the fucking game, you didn't actively have to agree to any of it, and there was no outside connection to any outside servers or anything. So that was it. You just put it in the goddamn console and you played the fucking game. And that's what you did. End of story. I don't know why you're bringing up fucking NES era like it's some kind of gotcha. What the fuck does this have to do with anything? You know damn well what it is that this guy means. It's obviously in relation to, like, the fucking GDPR and ownership of the game and, you know, privacy concerns and all that, which was not a thing when we were playing NES games. That's not a thing. That was not an issue at all. What the fuck is this comment? Are we stupid? Well, you're in the comments section of this place, leaving comment. So, I guess, yeah. Self-deprecating humor, anyone? The low IQ comments are frying me. Every game has it, therefore it's okay. These people have replaced their critical thinking skills with AI. Says Ged. Imagine picking a hill like this to die on. It's a game, bruh. And this is clearly someone that has never in their entire life been involved with any litigation whatsoever. This review is mixing together a few real industry standard practices, some legitimate consumer concerns, and a few exaggerated and misunderstood claims. Okay, then fucking bring them up, then. Which fucking points? Bring them up. What are the points? Oh, this is for almost every game? Is it? I'm wondering, is it? Because obviously I haven't read the freaking things. I don't have any intention to read them because I'm not buying this game until it's fucking released, at the very least. So, is it? Because as far as I understood, it was a separate license, not the one that you see on just Steam. It's when you actually open the game. I don't know. How about you review the game? This is a review of the game. Again, it's a single issue review. You can do this. You are allowed to leave single issue reviews. If there is a... If there's something in a game that makes you go, wow, I really don't want to play this game because of my principles, you can leave a negative review and tell everyone that the game can go fuck itself because of that reason. You can do this. This is allowed. You do not need to then play the game, go through it, and then leave a fucking in-depth review about everything that doesn't concern your single like the single issue that made you not want to play the game. Holy shit, I can't speak. But that's not, it's not relevant because it's irrelevant because, well, it's gonna be a negative review anyway. What the fuck? if it took like less than 5 minutes to get to the license that made this person go like, no, I don't want to play this fucking game. I don't want to install it even. I'm going to refund it and I'm going to uninstall it. If that's all it took, then why the hell would they ever even consider playing the game and then leave a negative review anyway, because that was already a no-go. So here's like 20 minutes for a negative review? Are we serious? We've been over this. It's a single issue. You do not need to play a game for a set amount of time before you can review it. If you don't like a game for whatever reason, you can leave a review after 5 fucking minutes. If you find a valid reason to do so. It's different if you're reviewing a story or the gameplay or whatever. Maybe you just suck at the game or whatever and you just need to get used to it. Then, yeah, you could say, oh, you haven't played the game enough. But this is a completely different thing. This is a principle thing. And this person was obviously taking issue with the fact that this frickin' game had a license that this person didn't like. So that's enough. End of story. Oh god, this is real? Play the effing game, dude. What the hell? This is basic EULA. Even then, the game can be easily owned by other means, living freely with you forever if you care about that. Have some fucking neuronies, dude. You can even buy $1 the own game if one day Steam ceases to exist, double exclamation mark. Okay. I don't think this person understands what principles are. I don't think this person even knows. This is an example of a self-centered person who's just like, this person saw the license. They didn't want to accept the license, so they should go pirate it. Yeah, but this is not an isolated little game that doesn't exist for only this person. Like, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who are going to be buying this game, potentially. So this guy left a review trying to explain their point of view on the license, and that's why they left a negative review. Nobody cares. You can obviously, piracy is a thing, and you can probably find a way. If you have the game files, you can work around the frickin' any DRM or whatever. Yes, that's not the point. Holy shit. Holy shit. Stupid eye review. Which was this? Steam facepalm. Okay. Yeah, so people are bringing up stop killing games. I wonder how many of these guys who are negative towards this guy for writing this would be fans of what's his face? the freaking guy who went I'm not going to say the fucker's name, but like the guy was like, he was playing Outer Wilds, was looking up shit on his phone and went like wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like, with a stupid fucking bass boosted voice. I can't. Holy shit. I wonder how many of these people would be fans of that guy. I don't know. The fucking pussy ran away from the freaking fight. Remember that? And then lied about stop killing games. Yeah, that was pretty fucking good. That was pretty goddamn good. I do know that Ross and some other guys went to the frickin', I think it was the Parliament? Was it the Parliament? The European whatever. And had like their hearing or whatever. Presenting their whole movement, etc. and explained stuff and I don't know, it's just like these freaking legal proceedings take forever, so I don't really follow this shit. It's just like, I can't follow it because I'm not in that whole group of people. 1700 Steam games, a bro just discovered licensing you smoking, lol. Licenses are different across games. Like, I don't know. Maybe think for like 5 seconds. Also, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Again, I don't really understand why people are bringing up like why this guy has so many freaking so many games or whatever. Why do you have a Steam account? Why do you have so many games? Well, you shouldn't be able to use. You shouldn't use anything. You shouldn't use anything. You're too scared. You can't use anything. And then it's just like, well, that's not the point. The point is that they have an issue with this license. This license for this game. That's the problem. Disregard anything about other games, or Steam, or whatever, or any potential other products like fucking Google Pay, whatever that is, that they may or may not actually use. You have no idea what this person is using on a daily basis. You have no fucking clue. So shut the fuck up. This is irrelevant. Okay, useless comment. Tempers in the comment section have risen. Indeed.
Holy dork. Nerd. You actually are interested in things that I'm not interested in? Nerd. Mega virgin. God, you're a corny loser. Who cares? UTWAT. Are we deadass?
Probably true. I don't know. I don't know if this is relevant whatsoever. I don't know. Well, it opens a discussion. Well, it would if it weren't polluted by a bunch of morons. What? With such thing. Them.
What? Dog, what is this post? Lumfow. Completely unrelated to the actual game. Fake review.
No. It's related to the game. Because it's the license that comes with the game. What the fuck? How is it completely unrelated to the game? Stupid. Stupid. Like, okay, I mean, I guess you also can't bitch about prices then, because that has nothing to do with the game itself. Except that it's attached to the game, but it has nothing to do with the game itself, so I guess you can't fucking bitch about the price. Like, what is this? This is stupid. Dumb. It's just a thing you're not used to complaining about because you're too fucking short-sighted, or you've got tunnel vision, or you're a child, or whatever, and you don't care about these things, which is fine, but like, holy fucking shit. What the hell? Bungla says, this is an increasingly common problem. Yes. As are all the people in these comments arguing against themselves having consumer rights. It's a little depressing to see people argue against having rights. Yeah.
Most miserable person on Steam today. You're a loser, bro. Just enjoy the game. We don't give a fuck. Is the game good?
All the losers here arguing as having consumer rights is depressing. Indeed, Pajama Sam. Pajama Sam is spitting facts. There's a person who said no, thanks to this comment.
Get a life. People like this need to get a life.
Get a life, bruh. Just play the game, bruh. Miserable person, bruh. If getting a life means submitting to corporate overlords, then I'm dead. Okay, so no one here criticizing the review as real arguments? Y'all are just glazers then? All true. The amount of salty Americans in this comment section who are used to having no basic consumer protection laws is hilarious. Just leaving a comment here.
I diagnosed this comment mad cause angry.
It's comment sections like these that make me doubt humanity has much time left in them. Why are we all so angry, Lamau?
Why do people in Europe think anyone gives a fuck about them? They don't create anything but want the world to bend over backwards to accommodate them. Go start another world war or something is all you're good for.
$50 is motherfuckers American? God damn, you motherfuckers just started a goddamn war in the Middle East for no fucking reason, and now the economy is going tits up because of it. What the fuck is this? Holy shit, you can't be serious. Go start another world war or something? What the fuck is this? Your shitty fucking country has been threatening Europe, fucking Greenland and Canada, and I think also... what was it, Spain? I don't remember exactly, but like, holy fucking shit. And they started shit in Iran for no fucking reason. Because nukes. Like, and enriched uranium. They had a deal in place, and then this fucking, like, this fat fuck and his retarded goddamn... his old group of yes men and fucking brown-nosed idiots thought it was a good idea to start shit. Some people in these comments say that you can reject the license by uninstalling the game. The issue with this is that if it is against GDPR, the fact that you can still click agree and play the game would breach it, as they would then be collecting data in a way that breaks the law. Also, the amount of people that are against having consumer rights in these comments or even being proud of it, US Americans, is crazy. Stand up for your rights. Again, irrelevant. We're talking about this game. Best game. The scope of this review is this game. You can always download crack and not agree to any license. If you say it's stealing a product you do not own and just have access to and get mad at license that most of the games use, then sorry, but it's hypocrisy. Oh my fucking... You're not understanding the point that people don't like it being just a license. That's the fucking point. That's what they take issue with. Bro got informed. I get your point. This is Steam, my guy. When buying a game, you literally get a message that tells you that you're not actually buying the game, but the license to play it instead. Completely valid concern, but it seems a bit harsh to freak out on Subnautica just for this reason, but every other game on the platform is also the same way. I guess you can test your luck with GOG, but I'm not sure how things are going there. Doesn't matter. The reviews about this game, other games are irrelevant, and also they take issue with the whole, like, licensing, not owning thing. That's just... again, I get... missing the point. Man, you won't be playing any games in the near future.
Who's gonna tell him?
Good luck to play this game on YouTube. Closing parenthesis. Notice how all the people who are shitting on the review have the intelligence level of an actual houseplant and aren't able to articulate even one point. Actual scum. Yeah, don't like it when people say notice how. It's a little cringe, but sure. I agree with the sentiment. What is this? I never saw this. Oh, am I fucking up? What? Oh, this is coming. From most of your point of concern, I still think that most of this is normal, considering that this is an early access game, which is fucking shit, by the way, and you need to be an agreeing beta tester in order to access the whole content in this context. Beta testers can go fuck themselves. You're paying to beta test a game, brother? For the last point of concern, you cannot dodge the license part as you're playing on this beautiful platform called Steam. There's another platform for DRM store-free products, but for most games that need server to run, their game won't be there. Okay. I respect your opinion and decision on this matter. I hope you get your refund soon. If you're just here to farm a community award for whatever reason, quadruple dot, you're crazy. Just saying. Who the fuck is farming community awards? You don't get points for these anymore. This is not a thing. God. And the oft-heard refrain, you do not own the game, you only license it. You mean like literally every single other game you purchase on Steam? This is the YouTube equivalency of those he is so done hyena of a personality trying to farm engagement with feigning outrage. You're boring and you should feel that. Okay. Okay, so just don't bring it up, period. I mean, I think it's a good thing that they bring this up, even under a single game, because it it gets people to, you know, it exposes people to this kind of thinking, and I think it's important that people are exposed to this because clearly a lot of these people are not at all familiar with people who think like this or who think this is a valid concern of any kind. So it seems like it's a necessary thing to have in the reviews, and thank fuck it's the top negative review. It's a lot of people have seen it. A lot of people find it funny, which I guess is the new version of the freaking clown award. But who gives a shit? Crying emoji face, crying emoji face. Sorry, crying face emoji, crying face emoji. Again, pirating is a different thing. Like, that's not relevant. Who is Aaron here responding to? That's exactly why things like this should be fought against. Just because our data is already being sold doesn't make it okay. Yeah, which is why other games aren't relevant. Like, we're talking about this game. Duh. That's... Hovind reads those license. Glol. People with more patience than you, little brother. I mean, I don't even read... I mean, I sometimes skim through them. Sometimes I just, like, look through them just to see if there's some bullshit. Like, just out of curiosity, but, like... I don't know. Like, actually analyzing these things is... It takes a lot of freaking time because you need to sit down and actually parse what the hell is what's even written. Aaron spitting facts. Okay, next. Ooh, shit, fat ass. Odin says, I bet your life quality will decrease because of the toss in this game if you agree to them. Data collection is everywhere, dude. Big companies already know what you do online. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. Out of scope. We talked about this game. Unfathomably based for leaving comments open. The true telltale sign of a good review. Oh, you can close comments. I don't know, because I've never left a comment. Mashatka Jr. writes, most of these replies are so incredibly thoughtless. Just because other games do it does not mean that it's okay that this one does. Admittedly, we already don't own the game because of Steam's terms, but at the very least, I am more comfortable with Valve holding the license than whatever company publishes Subnautica. Then, of course, there are all the personal attacks against illPosedProblem just because he cares about this kind of thing, where most people would do whatever big companies like for the sake of convenience. Okay. I mean, true, but yeah. Okay. Again, same shit. Yeah, a lot of this is the same shit. I know there is at least one comment that is very obviously... Like, it's just... I don't know why, but it's like, it's just... tossing out like a fucking homophobic dog whistle. I don't... I don't know, like, it's just, God, fuck off. Like, there's a comment coming up, and like, my God, we have 52 pages now. Like, the comments keep coming in. No, don't have legitimate criticism about a game. I'm mentally ill about how dare you, Chud, how dare you? The 460,000 please disagree with you. I'm so obese. Megaloblotta longipennis. Okay, that's a username. What?
It's the EU laws, not the game faults. Go complain somewhere else.
What? The review is stating that it could potentially be in violation. It could be violating EU laws. It's complaining that the whole point is that EU laws are more consumer friendly. I don't like the word consumer, but okay, we'll go with that term. And the fact that this license appears to this user, this person, the reviewer, to be in violation of these laws is the whole reason they brought it up in the first place. Because they probably agree with the consumer protection laws of the EU. So why the fuck would they complain somewhere else if they agree with the laws? Dingus? Dingus Sabni. I don't know. 2,000 people upvoting a guy who didn't read the massive text in the Steam checkout cart. Literally says you are purchasing a license. Again, the problem is that it's a license and there are other issues outlined in this review. But okay, again, you don't understand what principles are, and so fucking hell. Welcome to digital gaming for the last 20 years, Lamau. Welcome to illiteracy and not understanding principles. What the fuck? Another EU whiner about agreement. Yeah, because the EU tends to have more consumer protections than the fucking... The anarcho-capitalist fucking corporate shithole that is the United States of America, yes. It's more of a point of debate here than in whatever that shithole is. This shit is in like 99% of all games. Stop being a bitch, Lamau. I really hope this is satire. Why would it be satire? I mean, I guess it could be a satire if you're in the divided states. If you're a fucking... What did I call them? I think I call them like septics. septic tanks. Like Yanks. Like maybe if you live in Yankia, like it could pass as satire because obviously you don't have any fucking rights over there, which is hilarious because freedom and all that. But okay. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I hate this game because it has all the same stuff every other game has, but I took the time to read it. Other games are irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Other games don't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is specific to this game. Call the ambulance. How is this still a fucking meme? Why are you still using this term? Europe just read the fine print of a game. Yes. Yes. Congratulations. No rights, have an ass septic tank yank. Like, yes, that's it. Okay, what does this comment say? On one hand, Woney says, on one hand, I personally don't care about the EULA that much. As pointed out, it's near impossible to play anything without one these days. I'll still likely play this game at 1.0. That being said, the sheer number of lemmings in these comments mocking you for legitimate concerns is embarrassing. Consumer rights are only for nerds, apparently. I think most of them are just upset seeing a downvote on their precious new time waster and their critical thinking skills shut off. Yeah, that's the point I brought up in the start of the video. I'm convinced. I'm absolutely convinced, and because it's the top-rated review, it's the most popular review right now. Because yeah, it's on top of the list of reviews, and because it's like an easy dunk for these people who don't have points to tell this person to go get a life or whatever. They just keep spamming the comments with this shit. That's basically it. How dare you degrade my new toy for something that doesn't affect me in an immediate and obvious way? Did you get hit in the head at some point? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? Bro, what is this comment? This is a reply I'd expect from someone who did something like, I don't know, horribly insult like some innocent person working a freaking minimum wage job, or like throwing like a fucking bottle at someone. Like someone doing like maybe some mid-tier physical assault. This is what I would expect. What the fuck is this? Like you're what? This is such an out-of-pocket reply. You're so offended. Like, these others are just like, haha, nerd. This one's actually, like, out of touch. What is this reply?
It's just a game, bro. It's just a game, bro. Bro, it's just a game. You play a fucking game, not bro.
Again, we've been through the satire thing. Maybe in Yankia it passes as satire because you don't have any rights, but yeah.
Jesus, it's just a video game. Legal action rights, what the fuck game gonna do to you?
The game's not gonna do anything. The company is. Company is. Hello? 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 The game doesn't exist in a freaking in a vacuum. It doesn't exist by itself. There's other stuff surrounding the game. Hello? I'm a fucking god. A good 60% of the comments here have strong far-right dog whistles included. Well, I didn't pick up on these dog whistles. I'd like to know what those dog whistles... I mean, I was thinking... I didn't want to say anything, but more than once have I thought that someone who says it's just a game, just live with it, just fucking deal with it or whatever, that these people probably are conservatives. If I had to guess, like of the American kind, if I had to guess, because there's this like whole thing about rigid social hierarchies and you know, not challenging the status quo and not effecting change because, like, pain is a motivator for growing into a better person, even though it's fucking stupid and I don't buy it. But yeah, I can see this. I don't know about dog whistles, but I can definitely see a certain type of person having these viewpoints. Liking basic data privacy laws be respected. Yeah, I do not want my phone number and email address gone. Okay. Redzeth writes, holy, this comment section is toxic as hell. What this person wrote in his review are all valid points. The games industry is just massively under-curated. Meanwhile, the movie industry is tight oversight. If you're okay with them selling all your info and letting Subnautica have the right to just remove this game from your library anytime they want, then yeah, sure, go play it. But if you're not okay with that, then this is a valid review. And I know that that's basically not going to happen. I know. Because if they were to do that, then holy shit. Oh my god, there would be a backlash. But that's not really the point. The point is the license, and it's bringing up a discussion on the legal stuff surrounding the license. Is like, I don't understand the insane number of comments that are just berating this guy for just bringing this up. It's incredible. Who the fuck is that? I don't know. Aren't you generally protected from mules like in Europe? If you accept it, wouldn't actually hold power on you because they're illegal there? I don't know. I don't know. Probably. Bootlicker should, without any sarcasm, absolutely jump out a window. Wow, I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of bootlicker you are. Why are so many people here like, you don't say? It is known. It does not make it any better. Valid points, valid review. And we should ask ourselves if it's really good to be living in a constant state of cynicism. Among Us. Just play the game, nerd. This is most likely because Crafton... Because previous games didn't have this? Make a review. Factually correct information. I cannot verify this. I didn't like this. Everyone's mad. Why are you using green text, dude? Why are you a channer? What the fuck? Alright, these commentators are idiots. Snowflake. Cuck. I think the real snowflakes and cucks are the ones spending their free time bootlicking for a corporation. True. Ragebait, 3 out of 10. Your name gave it away. What the fuck does it have to do with a username? Oh no, someone's username is illPosedProblem. Therefore, ha! Ha! Gotcha! Ha! However, upon launch, I was hit with an obligatory license wall. Only 2 buttons, scroll to the bottom and agree. You cannot play this game without agreeing to the license if you're a citizen of the European Union. This is a breach of GDPR. Llama crying about the GDPR when you have no idea what GDPR actually allows is fucking hilarious. Okay, why don't you just, like... Why don't you inform us then, little brother? Flaxidactyl or whatever. Why don't you inform us? What a miserable way to live. Yes. Yes, you are in the comments instead of playing the game because obviously you don't care about this, so why are you here fucking bitching? I don't get it. Shouldn't you be playing the game? The game came out today. You should be playing the game. If you don't care about this. But no, you had to leave a comment. Light Protector writes, I understand your points, but this really does not matter for a game. Licenses for games on Steam have rarely been revoked, and everything is a license nowadays, apart from GOG. Class action lawsuits are irrelevant in this situation, and yes, mods are a valid point. However, I doubt this actually means anything in practice. If you worry too much about these kinds of things, then you can never enjoy games because most of the big ones will have clauses like these. Commenters are angry at you for pointing out their willingness to submit. It goes against their self-image, so they try to narrate their weakness as strength, or your strength as silly. Personally, I understand what I give up with this purchase.
I wish I lived in Europe. ...
Thanks for pointing it out. That's a clear red flag for me. Fucking sad that games do this nowadays. I guess no diving for me, shrugs. May the devs have wet sleeves and cold coffee forever. Okay, that's just too far, dude. Depriving yourself of enjoyable life experiences because of some weird and misguided sense of, I don't know, intellectual property law is extremely strange behavior, but okay. What? No, like, you can just find something else to do. What is this about depriving yourself of enjoyable life? There are plenty of games to play. What the fuck? You're saying this like Subnautica is like the only game series that's valid, or like it's one of only a few or a small number of things you can actually enjoy? What is this comment? Stupid. There are other things you can enjoy. Fuck. Maybe this person doesn't even play video games that often. You have a lot of games, but like, I don't know. It's just...
Good job, mate. Now I for sure I will not buy the game.
Okay.
That's every game for you.
Again, irrelevant. Owen says mental illness. What? Equating intellectualism with mental illness. Funny that. Funny. That's real funny. That's one of the dog whistles, isn't it? It's one of them. Yikes, dude. Holy shit. Elenise writes, "Hey, you commenter, pause your scrolling." No one's gonna see this. "If you're in the camp of why would you care? Staffu and play the game, nerd. Please understand that the only reason you have any rights at all is because people like this care. Without people who care when exploitation happens, you would literally own nothing. It's fine if you don't care, move along, join the crowd. But if you're thinking of giving someone trying to make your world a little better a hard time, stop. Ask yourself, am I actually mad that somebody else is trying to do the right thing? Or am I reacting with anger because I feel guilty that I'm not, and I feel judged? So I'm trying to make them look stupid so I can convince myself they're not better than me. You can play the game, that's completely your choice. Just don't be a little bitch about it for all our sakes." Holy. It's pretty standard for modern games. Why the thumbs down? Because license. Next question. "I just know you are German XD. I am too." Okay. Y'all Europeans be bitching about everything. Yeah, that's why we have... Is that why Europeans have rights and not you? I don't know. Maybe. Little guy writes an essay about license agreements and data privacy issues while having at least one smart TV and one or multiple smartphones monitors which permanently acquires data 24/7 and sell it. Well, should have read those license agreements first, Kiki. Again, what does that have to do with this game having a license? That's not relevant. We're talking about this game. Also, you do not know that this person has a smart TV. You do not know that this person has a smartphone with software on it that acquires their data 24/7. You do not know what kind of computer they're using. For all you know, they're using Linux on fucking everything. And for all you know, they don't even have, like, a regular smartphone. Like, what the fuck is this comment? I don't get it. This is dumb. This is a dumb comment. You do not know this person. Shut the fuck up. Just because you have all these things, by the way. Just because you have these things. And because you're used to everyone having these things, does not mean that this person also has these things. For fuck's sake. Fuck you. Fuck IP laws. Fuck copyright laws. What was this guy even trying to say? I don't even know. Corey Durg? Who the fuck is Corey Durg? I don't remember that comment. You know, I don't care. Scroll back. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Rupert being informed. Oh god, we're at 55 pages now. Oh my god. Eurocuck so re in head he can't hit yes on a simple task that will never hold in court anyway. Imagine being so cucked. Dude more worried about if he can and do a class action lawsuit already then play early access game. What a f***ing loser. God, I love such people. Probably living in the burger lands. OP, you did a fantastic job here. Do not listen to all the negative comments. Those are just D-tier people. They'll suck every corp noodle I can get. Capital D. I don't know, that second one is pretty standard. Which one? Okay. I mean, for fuck's sake. Again, like, that one is pretty standard. Well, it's not really relevant if there's... then they have an issue with all the freaking licenses. Like, it's... Bro, just because it's standard, we've been over this. Oh my god, listen to this person. Alright, let's see if when is going to inform us of all these things. Based on the terms and privacy policy, OP has not shown a GDPR violation and should know better before writing morally grandstanding comments where he misinterprets GDPR and EU law. Wait, when are these... Which orders is in 232 or 832? 2332. Okay, it is up. I'm getting confused. This is written weirdly. Why the fuck? Why is it backwards? The fuck? Did you post your comments in the wrong order on purpose? OP is wrong. There was no GDPR violation. I read through both the terms of service and privacy policy myself, and his post does not hold up. The reason people are angry is because it's a pedantic comment where OP doesn't even know what he's talking about. 1. A mandatory agree button is not automatically GDPR consent. This is the biggest error. A game can require you to accept a license agreement before playing. That is contract acceptance, not automatically consent to data processing. To prove a GDPR violation, OP would need to show that clicking agree forces the user to consent to unnecessary personal data processing. The mere fact that the only options are scroll to bottom and agree does not prove that. Number 2. The terms mention the privacy policy, but the privacy policy does not rely only on consent. The terms say that by clicking accept, you agree to the terms in the privacy policy, which I understand that for you reading this it may sound concerning, but the privacy policy itself matters, and after reading it, I do not see it saying all processing is based on your consent. It mentions several lawful bases, including performance of the contract, legal obligations, legitimate interests, and consent only in some situations. That matters because GDPR does not require consent for every kind of datum processing. A game company can process some data to operate the game, prevent cheating, handle support, comply with law, or maintain security. Number 3. Most of the complaints are not GDPR issues at all. You do not own the game, you only license it, is not a GDPR issue. The mod and player created content clause is not a GDPR issue. Arbitration is not a GDPR issue. The class action waiver is not a GDPR issue. Refund terms are not GDPR issues. Those clauses may be shitty for the consumer and a bit unfair or unenforceable in some places, but GDPR is about personal data processing. Calling every hostile ULA clause a GDPR violation is simply wrong. Number 4. The "they sell your data" claim is not supported by the policy. The privacy notice says they do not sell personal information to third parties and do not share personal information with third parties for the purpose of cross-context behavioral advertising. Then the California section repeats that they have not sold personal information and have not shared it for cross-context behavioral advertising in the past 12 months, which, granted, does not make the policy perfect, but it directly goes against OP's claim that the policy openly allows full selling of user data. Number 5, bottom line, OP is overclaiming. If the argument is this ULA is hostile, okay, I guess it is kind of fucked or something. But if the argument is you cannot play without clicking agree, therefore GDPR was violated, no, that's not how GDPR works. Okay. I'm American, and Americans are retarded. That's why we get kill switches in cars in Pokemon Go. What the fuck is that comment? What? Why would you bring up kill switches in cars and then Pokemon Go? I think those are two very different things. What the fuck is that? You're a loser. Just play the game, kid. Let me guess, you're a German, right? Laughing, crying emoji. ChatGPT posts and responses. Okay. Womp womp. It's always a womp womp. Old man shouts at cloud. No. This is the stupidest review I have ever read in my entire life. Provides no reasons as to why. Bitch. Good one. Lama Lumfa, what a fucking clown. You literally agree to Steam's own license to use Steam, so what's the difference? The game. The game's the difference. Another Karen leaving a review. Okay, and maybe Karens are the reason you have rights. Or not. I guess you don't. What does Scarf say? If you're a citizen of the European Union, this is a breach of the GDPR. No, it's not. As other people have noted already, you're overreacting. You're trying your best to sell a lie by framing this as something it isn't. Your claim of privacy is important, and it of course is, but do you honestly believe every other major site don't know more about you than Subnautica ever will? Why is this relevant? Again, you're bringing up the but other services like that's relevant. Veilguard, a game you recommended, was released by Electronic Arts, and you're worried about your privacy right now? They know everything there is to know, and then some. You also recommended Avowed, and even rated it 9 out of 10. Avowed was published by Xbox Game Studios, as in Windows. They know who you are. Again, why are you referring to other games? I don't know what other things this person has done, but how is it relevant to this game? Is it relevant? Is it wrong in this context? Again, why are you bringing up other things? You are, of course, allowed to like and dislike whatever game you want, but you have clearly shown yourself as a hypocrite. At this point, you are just being knave. I'm going to pronounce it knave, because it's funny, and way too stubborn to accept you overreacted. Okay. Something psychologist. Wavy Seal writes, anybody defending forced arbitration clauses, please answer what you could possibly have to gain as a consumer by arguing your rights away. I'm not even in America, so it doesn't even apply to me, but it's still scummy as fuck, and if you don't call it out, we will end up with the same shit everywhere. You must be dumb as fuck to argue your own rights away. And another filtered comment. Buddy, you play Sword of the Stars 2 and Skyrim. Did you not read and agree to the EULA for both of those games before playing, double question mark?
You play the game for 20 minutes, dude.
Bro, really found the final boss in the main menu, skull emoji. Imagine getting a refund because you actually read the TOS. Achievement unlocked, a GDPR warrior. Enjoy your survival at the library. God, what a fucking freak. Jesus.
You fucking psy.
Johnny writes, I understand why world is going to hell now. So many people literally willing to give up their privacy data, etc. The IQ is truly going downhill the further we get. I don't think this has anything to do with IQ, but okay, I agree with your sentiment overall. Well, it does, actually, because education is shown to increase your IQ. IQ is not a fixed value. Like, I think it's something like for every year of additional education, you gain like 1 to 5 IQ points. There was like a study that said that. I don't know. Like, maybe I can find it and put a link to it in the video if I can fucking remember to do it. But I believe there was a study somewhere that said something like that.
Don't play the game, then, silly goose. Simple as that. Oh, my security. Oh, my security's being threatened. Crow pair.
Well, this person is not playing the game. As you can see. And the oft-heard refrain, blah, blah, blah. Why are you on Steam? Why are you on Steam then anyways, idiot? I think the guy explained sunk cost fallacy, and also because the license, or the whatever end user license agreement or like privacy policy and all other shit was less draconian than they are now, like a decade and a half back, a couple of decades back. GDPR does not prohibit companies from requiring acceptance of EULA as a condition using the software. You have to have legit issues. The mod part is normal. All EULAs have it. Your mods still contain their copyrighted assets and IP, and don't want potential lawsuits from mod creators. Same with waiving your rights to class actions and agree to arbitration. This is most US-based agreements. That doesn't mean they can enforce them if you live outside the US. Consumer protection laws usual override parts of them to protect you. Games on your account you played already do this. Data collection is always exaggerated. They're purposefully written to be broad to maximize legal coverage, which is the reason they look scary to people. And yes, you don't actually own digital games. You're buying a revocable license to access and use it. It applies to literally every single game you buy digitally at this point. I don't like this either, but there's nothing the devs can do about it. We're not asking the developers to change that directly, but it is an issue with surrounding the game itself. So, therefore, if that's an issue to you, you can leave a negative review. I mean, it's still a valid thing, and you can review the game because of it. You can leave a poor review because of it. That's the point. Alright, we almost through this? Holy fucking shit, 57 pages now. You willingly accepted MS license, I guess Microsoft. Yeah, try and act like this one is an issue. CTE level take. What the fuck is CTE? Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Oh, you're saying that he was hit in the head as a child. He hit his head too hard. It's Jesus Christ. Okay. The Charmed Cosmo writes, "How did you manage to make a Steam account without running into the same issues?" Question mark. And then illPosedProblem replied, "I made my Steam account decades ago when Steam's EULA was better. Also love your profile picture. It's... I stand with Ukraine." Wait, what? My perspective isn't yours. If my review helped you form an opinion, more power to you.
I'm betting you don't have a girlfriend.
Okay, first of all, why are you assuming that this person would even be interested in girlfriends? You're making, again, with the assumptions. You don't even know if this person is male, female, something else. I don't know. Like, you know nothing about this person. Nothing. If you care about all that, video games might not be for you. What a dumbass take. Thorn writes, illPosedProblem. I understand your point, and I took a look at your reviews, and it seems a bit inconsistent. If you're okay with games like Heroes of Might and Magic or Cleared Hat, you've already signed on to nearly identical or even stricter terms. Ubisoft is actually much more aggressive about data and revoking access. Since we're in the EU, those class action waivers are toothless paper tigers anyway. Feels like you're holding Subnautica to a higher standard for whatever reasons. You're fine with Ubisoft, but why is crafting the deal breaker? Okay, I'll take your word for it, I guess. That those are stricter, even though I don't know. And again, like, does it matter? I guess it does if you're after hypocrisy. It's still a valid review under this game. Like, the incredible lengths people go be outraged over nothing. You can be outraged over a lot of things. There can be a fly in your room. You can be outraged over that. Like, it's annoying you. How about mosquitoes? It's just a little buzzing little thing. Like, why are you outraged? Bro, just let it suck your blood. It's fine. It's like, just let the company also suck your blood. Suck you dry of your blood. Just do it. Why are you mad, bro? Why are you mad?
You do know that almost all games do the...
Again, irrelevant. Holy mother, cornball. Useless comment. Wah, EU person. Again, useless comment. Miserable, play the game. Useless comment. Lameasm. Useless comment. Who cares, lol. Useless comment. Lazy Titan writes, you're in the wrong place if these agreements are a deal breaker for you. Unfortunately, this has been the norm for a while. I can't recall the last time I played a modern title without having to go through this BS, and then the point is that you shouldn't have to go through this BS, and that's why we're having this discussion. That's why this discussion is being had. I will say, though, the majority of negative comments here definitely make nostalgia for the days when certain generations were still too young to access the internet. What? This goddamn, like, generational bullshit. Like, this guy is just a dumbass. Like, I don't know. Generations, that has nothing to do with it. Whether you're a boomer, whether you're from the silent generation, or fucking Generation X, or Y, or Z, or Alpha, or whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Humans are gonna human, and generations are stupid fucking things. Here's my comment. It's just me bitching at people who are criticizing game series, blah 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 blah. I don't know. And yeah, just play the game and then take your own advice, etc. Good grief, brother! Shut the fuck up. Sorry, Stfu, and play the game, big baby. Where is that gay comment? Was it removed? I don't know. Again, piracy is a band-aid. It's irrelevant. Nightmare writes, if this is a breach of the GDPR, then it wouldn't be or will not be legal to sell in Europe. And also, after a refrain, blah blah blah. This is the case in multiple games. Stop Killing Games tries to fix that issue, but it's not a law yet. Just play the fucking game. Okay, I think that other comment might have been deleted. I don't actually know. Okay, I'm still recording. Oh, God. Aster writes, this is what the world has become. Even enjoying a video game has to be political or legal or whatever. Jesus Christ. Are you aware that video games have been political since video games became a thing? Like, beyond just, like, basic shit like Pong and shit. You do know that they have had consistently political messaging and themes in them, right? You do know this, and considering how big of an industry this is, you have to have these discussions. You need to have them. Because this industry is the single biggest entertainment industry right now. So, having this discussion is rather fucking important. Because there's a lot of fucking money being spent on video games. There's a lot of money going around.
Literally every single game you own Steam license. What is bro yapping about?
What is this? Demoticon? What? Fuck off. Okay, I think that other comment was removed. It said retarded. It was just like shitting on OP, and the last line was like saying retarded with like a 4 for the first A or something, and then a 3 for the E. And then it said something retarded, and then there was a G emoticon, and then there was like the anarchy A, and then there was like some like the Y emoticon. I think it was on Steam, and then the last one was like a thumbs. I think it was a thumbs down. So it basically said a gay thumbs down. Because you couldn't write gay for some reason. I don't know. And just that's the comment I was waiting for, but it's not here anymore. I don't think, unless I missed it. To those defending this comment, like Demon writes, I agree with defending consumer protections. This person did not do that. If this were acted out in a comedy skit, you could expect it to be someone pretending to be an annoying Karen. There was a similar post that did it right. They wrote it to educate players. It was written to tell you what the game does or could do that could hurt you. It was not hostile, even supportive of the developers. They said they love the game, are still playing it even, but don't consent to the illegal treatment of their PII, personally identifiable information or something. 3, was assumed that things were done in a non-bad faith way. This reviewer pointed out things they must have agreed to elsewhere. I saw one comment that I signed up for Steam when the EULA was better, but the EULA has been changed since then, and you would have had to agree to the changes to still make this post. So they are willing to sign out to some of the things they disagree with, which does reek of bad faith. Are we for real right now, Lamau? These reviews bots? Is this a misinformation campaign by Crafton? Do they still have the, like, bonus payout? Because if they don't, then that seems like a stupid fucking thing to even bring up. That's like some conspirator nonsense. I don't know. Piracy is... Why are you bringing up piracy? For fuck's sake. But no. It's relevant. Get the foe and Stafoo. Okay, Giga Loser. What the fuck? And here comes yet another European moron trying to strong-arm Steam. Can you people, in quotes, just hurry up and either grow a pair or give up and get replaced? Ah! There it is! There it is! There it is! This straight up, not even dog whistle. Just straight up, get replaced. Oh, fucking cunt. You can't be fucking serious. Oh my god, dude, you're such a little bitch. There it is. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Low test comment? What does this have to do with testosterone? I mean, low test... does that mean that... I guess that means men are stupid, which I guess is kind of true, because a lot of them, like, if you look at the fucking distributions, like, men are... You have more hyper-intelligent men, but you also have a bunch of fucking morons, which just means that most of the fucking retards, as these people call them, are men! So I don't know what your point is. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. This comment makes no sense overall. The amount of... what? The amount of fuckers, bitches, I don't know, who comply with not owning a game, enjoy it being deleted from your library without you even noticing. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Realistically, it's not going to happen. All the comments just saying loser of get a life is cringe ass valid concerns. IMO gamers are just annoying at the end of the day. Who said his bait? You were never gonna take legal action against Subnautica 2, bro. Okay.
You sound like a bitch.
XD Grandapa. Thanks, all I need to read. Game can go pound sand. I mean, I don't really care about this, but I'm not buying an early access game. That is the reason I will not be buying it at this point. Refund it then, bitch. On it. The process is underway. Unless you plan on suing them, move on with your life, Steam board. Refund it then, bitch. What is with this, like, copy paste? Refund it then, bitch. Refund it then, bitch. Holy shit. All game are licenses based and always have been. Why are people acting like this is new? Also, I farted. If you own the game, you could make copies of it, and sell them, which you can't, just like movies and all software. Silly goose, they are not valid other than the first one. The others are the same with most, if not all, games. Older games just don't ask you to agree. Okay. Alright, well that was fun. Do we have any other things? How about this one? The year is 2026, and we are still not including FOV slider options in games. We're talking around 65 FOV locked. I guess 65 degrees. Way too much motion sickness for me to play. Please add an FOV slider so I can play this game without feeling sick. So this is an accessibility thing, right? This person is having issues playing the game. It's an accessibility issue, right? Valid concern, I would say. And I happen to agree. Now, I don't really get motion sick. I can't remember ever having become motion sick while playing a game, but I really don't like playing games if the field of view is too narrow, because it just like it makes it, the situational awareness just sucks. So I generally prefer to play somewhere between 80 and 100. 65 is insane. It's insane. I think even Subnautica had a really, like the first games had a really low FOV, and I think I brought it up at some point. I don't remember, but I guess it's insane. Like, I'm guessing, I don't know if it's, I don't know why they lock it. It's stupid. Like, there's no technical reason to lock the FOV, by the way. There's no technical reason to do it. Besides lazy programming, I guess. It's not like it's a tiny budget or the first release either, and acceptably honest. I mean, yeah, I agree. Higher FOV, more stuff on screen, less performance. What does it matter? If the player wants to widen the fucking FOV, then let him do it. It's like an artificial way to optimize a minimum of 60 frames per second. Okay, but let the player change that. Glad I read reviews before deciding to buy and slash pass. Not recommending a game after playing 0.2 hours because no FOV slider 1 hour after early access. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? It's an accessibility problem, and they happen to have problems with games that have a very narrow field of view, so they leave a negative review because they're pretty much guaranteed to become motion sick. Hello? Like, and this next comment, chill bro, they are aware and working on. They have said time and time again that this is early access, very unfinished, dislocking after 0.2 hours just because of a setting they're working on. It's crazy work. Field of view is a single fucking value. It is not a difficult thing to implement. What the fuck? It is a basic setting. If implementing this is a problem, and this game doesn't have this game should not be for sale. That's simple. This game should not be for sale. If it's so shit at this point that it doesn't have an FOV slider, it should not be for sale. Unbelievable. Guys, it's a basic... Bro, game engines have this built in. They do not build this from scratch. Okay? This is not built from scratch. I don't get it. I do not get it. I really... What is the problem? Just... It should be a single number that you change. It should be changeable on the spot. It doesn't require any reloading, anything. It's just, you just modify the way the 3D rendering is done. You just widen the freaking field of view. This is basic 3D graphics stuff. Just incredible. Just incredible. And if it really is a problem with the frame rate, just optimize the fucking game and let the player change it anyway. What is the problem, seriously? Oh my fucking god. Thanks a lot for buying it. Released 2 hours ago, Pleasant Early Access. They will add it. It should have already been added. It is a basic feature. It is a fundamental feature of 3D games. The field of view. It quite literally describes how wide of an angle your field of view is. This is basic. This is fundamental. And not complicated. You're working on a 3D game. This is like 3D game development 101. Did they mention motion blur? I forgot. Is motion signal with the play? It's like... Oh no, not like you can disable motion blur in the settings. Are you fucking stupid? They did not bring up motion blur once. Did you confuse motion sickness for motion blur? Do you not know what motion sickness is? What the hell is this? Fucking God. Lama, why are these people acting like FOV slider, some complex mechanic that takes months to develop? I don't know. I don't know, because people don't fucking know how anything works. I'm not a game developer, but I know that an FOV slider is not hard to implement. It really should not be that fucking hard to have in the game. That is inexcusable as an accessibility feature from the very beginning. To the people commentating its early access over something as simple as an FOV slider, lol. It's bare minimum, and clearly some users, like myself, appreciate knowing whether a game has that setting available or not. It's in nearly every mainstream game, and it's also already added in Subnautica 1. Why not the sequel? The game itself is probably alright, but if it makes me too motion sick to play, then I don't recommend it for that valid reason alone. An FOV slider is not that big of an ask. It's an expectation that was also in the first game. Plays early access game, cries about it lacking features. It's a fundamental feature. It is a fundamental setting in any 3D game. Any game has it somewhere. Whether it exposes the setting through the user interface or some settings file or whatever, it is a fundamental thing. It is not hard. Game engines support this out of the frickin' box. This... Fucking amazing. Amazing. Flying Justice says, agreed bro, ignore all the bootlickers who make up copes to defend their favorite developer. FOV sliders should be standard in all games for accessibility. While I get motion sickness can be an issue, the game just released into EA with God knows what Crapton made them in charge. They had not had the chance to revert back yet. Give it a month or so to cook. It should not take a month to develop. An FOV slider should take like a day. A day. 1 day, not even. 1 day. And you just you connect this slider in the options to that setting in the back end. That's there it is. That's it. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. It's a single number. Game engines will expose it. It is not hard. It's not that hard. 3D libraries have specifically have this. Like this is not some complicated thing that needs to be implemented. Maybe you need to the only thing I can see is if you call objects that are outside the field of view, you need to make sure that stuff doesn't pop in and out. That's the only thing. But this is a fundamental feature that should be in the game. I don't get it. That is stupid. Basic accessibility. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. Like early access. Like I don't understand why people buy early access. Hatsune, you're a clown. If you play on a TV on your couch, then low FOV is fine. If you actually own a PC, then you're effed. But yeah, FOV sliders on any game should be mandatory now. Stars Knight 69 writes, wow, ... Reviews really show who's a valid, mature human being and who should be sent back to school to learn basic manners. Thanks for posting the review for those of us who care. Flash writes, oh thank you, this is unacceptable, non-playable. Saved me some money, less than 3. Wheatley writes, an FOV slider is not difficult to add, it should have been there from the beginning, but it's in early access. It's a bullshit excuse for this one. Or something. Just BS no FOV slider 2. What? GJCP writes, sigh, the low FOV is deliberate and should be left alone. It was the same in the first one. The game becomes more claustrophobic, more frightening when you hear something outside with a limited FOV. What the fuck is that? What is that? What is that shit? Let the player decide this. With goggles on underwater, your peripheral vision is non-existent. You have to constantly lurch left and right to scan. It's panic-inducing and is fantastic. Feature, not a flaw. Not all game experiences are the same. What a fucking cunt, dude. What is this? Falcon 311 writes, here is exactly how to force your desire for V. Press F3 and keyboard, open technical settings. Blah, blah. It's 2026 and people still don't Google before crying about everything. Can you make a point without being a cunt? I understand that it is possible to change this shit via through other means, like editing some file somewhere. For fuck's sake, just make it a fucking slider. Clearly you can already do it because you can set it in the fucking console or probably some configuration file somewhere. But it should be a slider. It's a single fucking slider in a settings menu. You fucking... You dumbass cunt. Sontech writes, why are all so toxic here? I can't play low FOV games because I get motion sickness. That's just a thing. And to add a FOV slider to a game costs around 5 minutes. Overlord is right about that. DMB writes, I do see FOV sliders as more of an accessibility feature. It should definitely be in the earliest playable builds. It's a first-person POV after all. Peter Griffin writes, should probably be fixed in a few days. Inverted smiley face. Instead of a negative review, try a discussion post. How about no? $D. Hope you have fun once the FOV sliders are added. No, why? Why would they? Why would they leave a discussion post? No one reads the discussions. Like, it has no impact on anything. Just the negative review is valid until this is added. Then it can be changed to positive. It's fine. Bud writes, gotta love all the mouth-breathing game defenders trying to counter. It's 100% a valid issue for this person, and it's 100% valid reason to leave a negative review opinion. I personally don't share this person's opinion. I'm perfectly fine with 65 or 120 FOV in various games, but I usually prefer games that let me go higher. It's not a make or break for me, but it's a valid one for someone else. That's basically my opinion. 120 FOV is overkill, though. Did I have it at 120 in the previous game? I had it like maxed out in the previous game, I think. In both of them. Because it was so goddamn narrow. I just maxed it out. Like, it's just, what the fuck? Balboa Ball, such a nothing burger issue, and definitely not something that deserves a negative review. Okay, whatever, cunt. Lord Loss writes, thanks for the heads up. Weird how defensive people get over personal choice and preferences. What is this emote? DOS 2 Skull. Divinity Original Sin 2. Emoticon. Hugh Janus. Get it? Hugh Janus. That's funny.
Funny.
Subnautica is fundamentally a game revolving around immersion. The lack of an FOV slider is intentional. It was in the first game, and it is in this game. The first game had it. What the fuck are you babbling about? If you're the type to get motion sick from games with restricted visuals, then those games are just not for you. Alternatively, you can wait for mods to inevitably add them. Okay. Okay, cunt. Whatever. It's a massive issue, as many people like myself tend to get motion sick from having the camera so zoomed in. I don't understand. Also, I don't understand. Like, if you really like the FOV to be so narrow, just leave it. Just let others have choices. What the fuck? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Just let other people have choices. Is it really that hard? I'm trying to, like, simmer down because it's, like, past midnight now, but holy shit. It's 2026 and people still don't Google before crying about everything. The game came out 2 hours ago. Yeah. Also, this is a dumb cunt. Like, you can provide advice without being a cunt. Okay, I realize I'm using the word cunt a lot, but, like, it's the only word that really fits. Like, you're just a cunt. They did add an FOV slider later into the first game, which begs the question as to why it's not in the sequel. writes over.lord. Leon Björnen writes, can somebody who bought this check if you can change the FOV and the .ini files? You probably can. Friendly Fetus writes, actually, no FOV slider is intentional for immersion and make the game more gooder, and this game is not finished and made by tiny, poor indie studio, but don't be mean, triple exclamation mark. All terrible excuses. It's unacceptable to publish a game without an FOV slider. Feels like you're playing through a telescope. Gives me a headache. Have you tried, I don't know, Googling it or typing FOV? Whatever the fuck makes you not sick. Holy shit. Bro, what is with the fucking cunts in this goddamn, like... This is why gamers have a bad reputation, because it's like just full of these fucking vile fucking cunts, like everywhere. Jesus fucking Christ, what a fucking unfuckable pig, dude, like Jesus. Pixel Deer writes, it should have been in the game, but also you could have just checked PCGW. Okay. Fella Paladin writes, if you're getting motion sick, however, you won't fix that. If anything, it'll make it worse. Are you stupid? This person... Are you seriously trying to gaslight this person into like, having a differing opinion? You're trying to tell a person that their experiences aren't valid because you said so. They told you that that a higher FOV made them less motion sick. Then you come in here and fucking say, no, wrong. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, cunt? Jesus Christ. Guys, this early access let them cook basic options like pressing W to walk forward. True, dude. True. Bro, like, I'm surprised you can even move in this game. Guys, it's an early... How can you move? Can you turn the camera? Is that a thing? Can you move your mouse to turn the camera? Can you swim in this game yet? Are there animations in this game? Are there animations? How about the sky? Is it just a black void? Do you have stars? Are the planets there? Do we have planets? Early access does not mean alpha build, okay? Early access should be more like a sort of a beta more than anything. Like, the game should be functional and it should have the necessary accessibility options. The fact that FOV sliders... How are you fucking bitching about this? I think I'm becoming a game developer. It's never been easier to exploit hollow nuts. Lol, they even pill off to defend your sloppy work. Fascinating. Quadruple dot. 65 is a weird choice. I don't know a single person using FOV less than 80 on any game. I use 100 to 110, which is high, but less than 90 makes me feel sick. This is obviously a valid concern. I don't know how people have the heart to pretend it's not. Just because the game is early access doesn't mean it can't be criticized. Hugh Janis writes, in response to over.lord, probably because, again, it is an immersive underwater game where the intention is to have a restrictive vision to emulate the diving mask you're wearing. Why the fuck do you not give the player the option to just change that in the options on the fly? This is up to the player to decide. If they can't play the game but they still want to experience it, why are you gatekeeping this shit? What a fucking cunty-ass person. I'm sure they get enough people not buying the game solely because of FOV sliders and they will add it again, but with 500,000 active players only a couple of hours after release, I think it would probably do them a great deal of good to ignore the people that evidently don't even like the game's atmosphere. Holy shit, this person just exudes cuntiness. I don't understand why people even like Baldur's Gate 3. What do you mean? Of course I skipped every cutscene and dialogue option. What the fuck is this cunt even on about? Strongbeard writes, reviewers right, early access is not an excuse to not have an FOV setting in 2026, especially when the development team's FOV is atrocious. That being said, you can change the FOV in game user settings.ini. Look in the discussions, you'll find the path is very simple. So you can... It is a single number in an ini. That's usually what it is. It's just so... It is unacceptable not to have it in the game, then. It's just unacceptable. Like, it's like... Well, it's developed like this because that's the intended experience. Okay, and I played Outer Wilds. The developers, first thing you do when you open the game is the game says, recommended to play with a gamepad. Absolutely not. I'm not playing a first-person game with a gamepad. That's not happening. No, that is a keyboard and mouse kind of thing for me. I don't fucking give a shit what the developer how the developer thinks the game should be played. If I don't like the game, I will change it. You should be able to change it. It's such a simple setting too. I don't get it. It's so dumb. And then Hugh Janus fucking continues. Even if FOV being intentionally restricted and not slidable wasn't intentional, people saying a game being in early access is not an excuse for not prioritizing minor subsettings of FOV is actually insane. No, it's not. As a gamer for over 20 years, but you don't sound like it, I have to say gamers have never been more entitled to their own personal hyper-specific desires. It's a request. It's not that fucking hard to not be a cunt about it. Like, I don't understand. Like, this is sincerely game outside and touch grass, take a breather, calm down, get a bit of perspective, all of you. Is this a pun? Is this a pun? Spoon writes, congrats, you fell for the early access scam. They have a publisher with all the funding they could ever need, and they had plenty of time, and they still put out half-finished slobbins selling millions of copies. Oh, there is the comment. I thought it was the other one. Y'all are retarded gays! Fuck this cunt. Holy shit. Overlord writes to Hugh Janus, your reply makes 0 sense. Again, the first game had an FOV slider and the game is in the exact same setting. You were also wearing a diving mask in the first game. There is 0 difference from the first game to the second when it comes to the mask UI, as far as I could tell. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's just like an overlaid, it's like in a different layer. It is 3D, I think, but it's like overlaid on a separate layer in the game, I think. So it's like, it just stretches when you're expanding the FOV, something like that. I never even mentioned disliking the game's atmosphere. I mentioned the FOV being way too small in a modern game. The FOV being tiny has nothing to do with the atmosphere. The sole reason why it's a complaint, and to others as well, is because some people get motion sick with the FOV that small. All I'm saying is the option is in 99% of all first-person games, and for a good reason. I could Okay. I'm just going to read it as it is, okay? I could really care less if I see some monster from farther away in my peripheral vision. I just want to play the game comfortably, and if I'm dropping $30 for an early access title, the least they could do is bring back a vision setting that was already added in their first 8-year-old game. Overlord continues, also entitlement? I put a negative review for a game and wrote 3 sentences mentioning that there's no FOV slider. Point exactly where I'm freaking out and where I should calm down. LMAO. Eugenis, there was an FOV slider in the first game. You lied, Lamau writes weekly. Dwarf writes, oh, this is a Dwarf Fortress player, probably. Oh, thank God, I read this instead of all the Eulocrat FOV slider missing in the current year? Nah, no money for me. What, you couldn't read the other review? Was that too much for your frickin' attention-deprived ass? You sound like a bitch. Okay. Amir Guy writes, low-key a valid review, but I hate how people go, this early access slop sucks. Like, dude, it's early access. Yes, which is why people shouldn't be fucking interacting with it. I get not wanting to buy an unfinished game, but seriously keep an open mind. If you've been there in the early access of Subnautica 1, the devs were extremely responsive. Maybe if you didn't just complain in a random comment section on a review and complain directly to the developers in the server in an actual review. Please, for the love of God, any which one of your choice, have some patience for your early access game. No, it's a fucking basic feature that was already there in the first fucking game, so what the hell? What a baby Lamau, you just comment. Overlord, Silver Fritz replies to Overlord, don't try to argue with these goblins. They have 3 to 5 points of intellect in their build and on par with fish and bugs. Join my team and become a game developer with me and we'll exploit them. We do minimal work, a nice trailer, a few promises. Sit back and watch those drones defend us. You'll get a hard-on from the power trip alone. They are our cattle. Open your eyes, become my apprentice. Join the dark side. We'll rule over them. Okay. Isa writes, Hugh Janus, bro, you're arguing over a negative review that is useful for anyone who shares Overlord's problem with simulation sickness. Motion sickness, I guess. Lol. It's kind of wild you think other people need to calm down and touch grass when this is how you spend your time. I promise you the company that made a game without motion sickness settings is gonna survive people with motion sickness pointing out that means we can't play it. North writes, the issue with locked FOV tipped me over to the negative side, refunded. Maxwell17 writes, this early builds help developers to learn what people want in their game. If you pause your game, providing feedback, let them know that you like an FOV slider. This should not even be up for debate. Like, it's a single fucking slider, and it's already in the fucking previous games. And then, if enough people request that, there will be an FOV slider added. This game just dropped in early access for the first public build. Oh my god, my voice. What we ask for will be what we receive, so please take advantage of the tools provided to get some real change in the game. Please don't look at this as if it's a finished product. It'll be a few years until this game is 1.0. Yes, I don't know why people are buying an unfinished piece of shit. I honestly don't fucking know. Are there any more comments? God. Someone wrote something. Oh my god, it's been 2 hours. Can I read the comment? Hugh Janus is an idiot, writes Noe less than 3. Turning up the FOV so you can play the fucking game is nowhere near equivalent to skipping all the cutscenes and dialogue in an RPG. Yeah, I don't fucking know what that was about. I don't know. Alright, what is this review? The comments are turned off here. Oh my god, they're fucking... What is this comment? I mean, review. What a piece of shit. Forced toss restrictions and intimidation for a service, not a game. 12 minutes reading it and terminating the program, followed by uninstalling to request a refund. That legally questionable toss should be part of the game shop page so that potential buyers are aware of the legal nonsense they are going to be forced to sign up after purchasing and running the service for the first time. Furthermore, those streaming are risking to be sued because of unauthorized entertainment. Well, too bad for the service. By the way, why do you need my email address and my phone number? For the Crafton CEO or development team to ring me and sing on my birthday or for some dodgy party? Well, stuff it up where it doesn't shine. Refund, please. Back to Subnautica 1. Where you have to provide an email and phone number? Is that actually a fucking thing? That's stupid as shit. I'm not fucking doing that just to play a fucking game. The ULA gives right to collect phone number and postal address and includes forced arbitration clause. It's also incapable of running on low settings without 1 second or more of input lag, even when Subnautica 1 ran fine. Your ISP does that anyways.
But your ISP does that anyways.
Yeah, they kind of need that to be able to fucking bill your ass. Like, but this is a fucking... fucking Steam has already handled the fucking purchase of the game. What the fuck do they need your number for? And your email? What? Fuck off. You do know Subnautica 1 came out like 8 years ago, right? Upgrade your PC. What are your specifications, brother? Alright, whatever. My driver's up to date and I have a DirectX 12, but the game won't open. Fix this, please. I'm not alone in this issue. I keep thinking this is like a ill-posed problem or whatever it was. If you have a 9,000 series cosmic news drive, you're gonna have to go download the last drivers. Okay. Well, sure. The license agreement alone gets a negative from me. Actually read it. The assets in this game are unoriginal asset flipping. Can't believe we're here in 2026 still feeding money to a greedy developer for early access garbage. This is the best you can do. This IP has gone downhill every step of the way. Side note, performance is horrible and the UI has tons of bugs. Numbers on new items when there are no new items when you have not hovered over already. Hovering over an item to craft in Fabricator and my mouse froze and I had to exit the game to get control back. Damn dude, save some... What is this? Pussy? For the rest of us? What? Fucking moron. Horrible performance in Unreal Engine 5 game. How unexpected, huh? Thanks for the honest review. Too many people bend over to corporate... ass fucking? I don't know these days. Okay. Not having an FOV slider in 2026 is absolutely unacceptable and paired with a terrible performance. I have a reason enough to refund this game. This has nothing to do with early access. Adding FOV options takes literal minutes and not offering it makes the game unplayable for a lot of people. I think I would love the actual content of the game if I was given a fair chance to experience it. But right now this just feels like a $30 slap across the face. Well, again, early access. No surprises. Where the fuck are the comments? Oh, you just disabled them right now. What the fuck? Okay, Raphael here says, seems like a W game, but not even 60 FPS with recommended specs. So I can't recommend the game at the moment. Okay, you don't get it. Where's it? The guy in the comments saying 5090 does not even get 40 FPS at 4K, does not even own the game, probably not the card either. Well, the guy didn't say that. The guy said, Biawa here, Butelechka, or whoever said, this game runs like shit, and 5090 is able to produce fucking 40 FPS in 4K native. The guy didn't say that they had a 5090. He just said that the 5090, maybe they heard it from someone else or something. Like, I don't know. It's dumb. Dumb stupid. Oh my god, fuck off. I tried out the game and found it was not that great as I thought. You were forced to agree to a license agreement to play the game, and you agreed to data collection is very... This breaks of the GDPR and European Union. I think... Are you copying that other guy's review? Marcy says, I love the first Subnautica, but everything surrounding Subnautica 2 has completely turned me away from it. The ULA and privacy policy are absurdly overreaching. Mods and other content you create effectively belong to the company. You waive that class action rights in favor of mandatory arbitration. Again, just copying this point again. Whereas none of this was needed for the first game. The co-op implementation is also disappointing. Multiplayer is one of the game's biggest selling points, yet it currently depends on the game servers being online. If the servers go down, co-op stops working too. Are you telling you can't even have peer-to-peer? Are you fucking kidding me? The original game felt immersive and player-focused. This feels corporate and restrictive. Are you fucking... Wait, there's not even peer-to-peer? Wow, that's... Okay. Oh, you can't even self-host? Really? Angela the Sephira writes, currently I cannot recommend this as critical accessibility features, namely FOV settings, are missing. The FOV is so low I got a migraine in a matter of minutes and was nauseous the entire time. I even tried to use the fact that it's Unreal Engine 5 to force an FOV value and it seemingly ignored it. Do not buy until our license agreement gets a little less strict. Okay. This game was released in an unplayable state. DirectX 12 is not supported on your system. Try running without the DirectX 12 or DX12 or D3D12 command line argument. It does not provide instructions on how to run without DX12 or D3D12. I tried to Google this issue to no avail. I would not suggest purchase until this issue is resolved. Someone else mentioned that. This absolutely should have shipped with an FOV slider. No FOV slider, and the default FOV is like 70 or something. It's 65. It's terrible, even worse. This is ass. I got a PC well over the agreement and can't run this, and it runs like ass. I have a 5070 and I have like 40 FPS. 40 Bullage 456, right? So the worst thing about the first game was there was no multiplayer, so then this became the best thing about what was going to be in this one. It's only peer-to-peer. Wait, does it have fucking servers, or is it peer-to-peer? The other comment said it only had fucking servers. Like, what the fuck? If it's peer-to-peer, then whatever, it's fine. Like, because then you don't depend on servers. So is it fucking servers or peer-to-peer? Which fucking which review is correct? What the fuck? I thought maybe you release it later, but don't bother even releasing an early access as a multiplayer game. This isn't multiplayer. It's come play on my game until I have to leave. Yeah, that's what multiplayer is. Maybe I will change this review in the future. Apologies for being negative so soon. Wait, what else? How else do you want to fucking play with others? What? Breathtaking, almost drowned. What? Runs... But the toss is incredibly scummy. If you care about your data privacy, stay away. Expect bare minimum, God less. Multiplayer issues. Not useful. Alright, I gotta end this fucking video. I've been talking for 2 fucking hours and just yapping. Anyway, bottom line, I'm not interested in this game right now. I'm just gonna skip it for now. I'll get back to it at some point. The broadcast was offline good because I didn't want to fucking see any of it anyway. We can update and see if anything's happened. Shut up. Alright, well... Maybe I'll come back to... Why did I read this funny? What? Other? Oh, I'm Ard. 565 comments now. 65 fucking pages. Oh my god. Oh my god, just play the game. This review is valuable and I thank you for the clarity of it. Lots of simps in these comments. You can like the game and admit this ULA practice is scummy, you know? Lumfow, they didn't expect some autist out there would actually read the EULA. This is retarded comment. I don't know. Oh, you don't play much. Just play the damn game and take this ratio, potato chip. What fucking ratio? Bro, it's not even ratioed. It's not even ratioed. More people are finding it helpful. Way more, like... What is this, like... 8 times as many people are finding it helpful than find it funny? What fucking ratio? Dumbass. Legal recourse? A fucking game, bro. Time to go outside. No. I understand you don't like this, but it applied to almost every modern game. Again with this. Oh my fucking god.
You slave detected.
Whatever you say, freedom, septic tank, yank, etc. No rights, have an ass, lard ass, womp womp. You own the game, you only license it if it doesn't apply to literally. Oh, fuck's sake. Who posted a review without playing a single second of the game disregarded instantly because the issue is it appears before playing the game. What's so fucking hard to understand about it, you fucking brain-dead ass goddamn neutron star shame-putting ass motherfucker, so goddamn dumb. Goddamn, dude, fucking black hole ass brain motherfucker. What's so hard to understand about this? Little bro downvoting because someone's mad because you don't want to sign a waiver like a little baby. Waiver is spelled with is spelled W-A-I-V-R. Little bro can't even spell waiver. Holy shit. What a loser. Alright, I guess you have to play many games and have a full diaper. Lamau, then don't play. No need for a negative review. Who's not playing? Bro is not playing. Bro is not playing. What the fuck are you yapping about? Wait, didn't play more, did he? No. Stupid? Stupid. Thanks for pointing this.
Dude, it's a video game, Lamau.
What is this? A bunch of crybabies in here because for some reason you not wanting to play against the mighty herd. It's because it's a reminder of how weak they are. They must consume media. And the developers, or the devs rather, could quite literally put anything in the EULA and they lap it up and hit agree with zero qualms. Being reminded people are out there who aren't as weak is a huge problem for them, and thus they lash out in comment threads like this. There's a similar sentiment to the other guy who told them that they lashed out because they got angry because subconsciously they realized that they are it's showing them that they're. You know, I can't even fucking say it anyway. Like, it basically said, what was the one comment that said, these people are offended because they realize how useless they are, or like, how meaningless their existence is, or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I seriously just need to end this goddamn video. It's just what I need to do. Gamers of the Western World, unite. Fuck off. Alright, well, I gotta end the video. My throat's is gonna die otherwise. So yeah, not getting this game. That's Ruga Games. Ruga Rants. Yeah. Subnautica 2 released a few hours ago. I don't know how many hours ago. I don't cocking know. Like 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Alright, I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, take care and goodbye. Ruga out.